So let me pick up where we left off, which is at Crabs, the save, because we're playing a run through where we are where we are crab raiders. We've been building our groups up and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, you lost your streak because you had a friend visiting over the weekend? How dare they? But the YouTube and TikTok have as cool as stream streaks? No. Neither YouTube nor TikTok particularly take live streaming seriously. It's there, but it's definitely not as good of an experience. And that's not me being biased. It's YouTube, it feels very bolted on. That's just like you're expected to have videos, but here you can kind of do this live stream thing if you want. So I feel very, very much, and this isn't me complaining about like for the content creators. I feel like YouTube and them need to do more for their content creators and all that. And then TikTok is just a strange place. Alright. So, where we left off is we just made a boatload of money selling a bunch of stuff we raided from ruins. We did add another crab onto our roster, so we've been gradually growing the crab army. And we now have 2 different people to be here. That's actually, we should probably go to the bar and see if there's someone I can recruit here. Get ourselves another member to our crab care team. I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere in the area of, like, for every 3 crabs I get, I'm going to try and recruit another actual person. That's just a weird track. Yeah, we can go ahead and recruit Log over there. Alright. That's fine. The money means nothing to me. So you'll want to go ahead and enter the queue if you want to have this character named after you. Give me just a moment. My apologies. Alright. You see Longclaw the crab is still around? Oh yeah, no, in Kenshi it's not like RimWorld where like when you take a death you're like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Kenshi, when you lose a person, it is rough if you've been training them up. So generally speaking in Kenshi, you do a lot of save scumming. So just be aware of that. So let's go ahead and draw. Alright, so we got our brand new person. Now, do I spell that, or do I say that Delithia? Is that the way that's pronounced? But, welcome into the group, making sure I have typed that correctly. It appears to be correctly. Alright, so you're going to go run down over here. But you're going to be welcome in as a fellow taker care of the crabs. You'll be getting your crab equipment later, when we have it available. And I move you up there so I can find you easier. Alright. So you don't have much equipment going for you yet. That's understandable. You got it right the first time? Thank you, cool. Oh, right. We were low on food, and so we did pass a bunch of food around. Right, because the crabs are eating us out of house and home. That's what I remember. And we have to address that. Because the crabs do that. I totally missed. I gotta watch those notifications because we're getting attacked a lot. Okay, we still got a little while before the next attack. Alright. Oh, you need to be put on the walk speed with everyone else. Where's Illicit NZ? Okay. Alright. So, I can't remember if there's ruins in the Flat Lagoon. I know the other territories there's lots of ruins. I'm a little worried about this food issue. I think what's going to end up happening... We did get our cash out. It might be one of those things... So, we could go over to the Crumbling Labs and the Outpost and that. That's interesting. That says max res. Oh, they were still bleeding out. That's right. I'm basically trying to decide where we're going, because we cleaned out all of these. We cleaned out this area. We've cleaned out this area. This is all Reaver territory. We need to start clearing Reavers out. I was mostly after selling that big giant pile of stuff and the books. So I do think what I'm going to do is we're going to detour to the Crumbling Labs and get that. We also have a second group. The second group is Sad Neil. Sad Neil is the entirety of the second group that is working currently on base handling. I forgot. I don't need that little building anymore. We have Sad Neil training their strength by carrying a dead corpse with them everywhere. I guess all corpses are probably dead. Being a living corpse would be complicated. You just get more home people to keep Sad Neil company? Yeah. I'm kind of wanting to try and get skeletons to do the home front. Because if we get the skeletons to do the home front, then what ends up happening with that is I don't have to worry about them also needing food, so they can be my food production. Because no matter what, the crabs are going to eat a ridiculous amount of food. That's just the nature of crab. Why is Neil sad? Sad Neil deals with a lot of things. Look. That's the actual character's name is Sad Neil in the game. I didn't name them that. Their character is just Sad Neil. And is a very depressive person. Who's like, I had dreams once. They don't work out. I don't recommend them. I tried to go outside once. You know, it was awful. There's cannibals and people who attack each other and all that. You still really don't understand this game? It's kind of... I think the difficulty that makes it for a lot of people to understand the game is that it is open world RPG. You can kind of just do what you want. There isn't a specific this is what you do. So it is one of those things that, like, if you're the kind of player who needs a game that says this is the main story, this is what you do, this is the direction you go kind of thing, to, like, feel motivated, then it's going to be a bad time. If you're the kind of player who likes a sandbox, you just kind of play in the world, you'll have a much better time. Does it go, what keep dragging you down? Like gravity. I know, right? So we got a group up here. Skeleton Legion. They are way stronger than we are. I would rather not poke them. But I am trying to get back to some of the other places we got around here for more goodies. Man, Skeleton Legion all the way up in Flats Lagoon? That's deeply concerning. Alright. I'm being followed by bone dogs. I don't know if they're going to attack me or not. But yeah, so for those who missed the last stream, we did a lot of just exploration and collecting materials. It worked pretty well for us. If we look over here on the map, you'll notice we checked out the Forbidden Islands. We've fully cleared. We've pretty much cleared all of Greenbench. We've cleared all of the pits east. I think we've cleared all of the pits except the Sniper Tower, which is a god-awful nightmare that I don't want to be anywhere near. That place is terrible. 0 stars out of 10. Would not recommend. It's very murdery. Alright, got a gorilla attacking one of my crabs. Who is not fighting back and just taking it to the face. It's not really how I want them to go. Alright. Good as newish. Oh, I do appreciate your confidence and all that. There we go. So we just want to pass all the meat and hides over. People patch themselves up. Oh, I need to have you on medic and rescue. Alright. So yeah, so we've been starting to explore various ruins we've been able to find. And looking for materials for research to expand our main base. And make some money so that we can recruit and all that. But yeah, so my plan is I think I'm going to keep the home team is going to be almost exclusively skeletons. Just because they don't need to eat, which means they can just manufacture tons of food. And whenever I need to resupply the crab army, we just spin back home real fast. I am going to have them grow stuff, which I believe that tile has pretty good soil for growing stuff. It's also a possibility that we make a bunch of hydroponics or something. I haven't decided all that yet. Oh, that was one of the things I was going to grab while we were out here. Am I near anywhere I can do that? I need to grab some type of produce that I can grow, whether it's green fruit or rice or whatever, so I can start building farms. So I can make renewable food, because right now the only food I can really make requires animals to stroll through to butcher, and we just don't consistently enough get animals over there. So I've got Southern Hive fighting a sniper bot. I'm down to murder all of you. Is there fishing? There is, but you need bait, and the bait is the it's not rotten meat. It's the yellowish meat. All right, Southern Hive drones are attacking me. Okay. So actually has some value. We'll take the bandage. Committing a crime? Come on, they attacked me. It shouldn't count. And their armor is worthless. I like when they're like, they attack us, even though they 100% started it. Where's illicit? They're close enough. But yeah, so the other thing is I need to be able to start growing probably hemp. And the reason for that is I need to be able to let Rual through, please. I need to be able to oh. I need to be able to sorry. I'm trying to multitask, my brain is really struggling. I need to be able to make bandages and all that as well. So I just need food, bandages. You're upset? Someone left not even a full spoon worth of peanut butter in the jar? How dare they? Alright, so we're just patching up all the crabs that got beat up a little bit. Now, where is the person they accosted? Because I want to steal their stuff too, but I don't see them. And I might not see them because it's just hard to see, and I might not see them because they decided to take the opportunity to just get the heck out. Yeah, I think they just noped out. That's fine by me. Alright, so everyone's patched up. There you go. Right, because it was a sniper bot. They probably just noped out. And some days we'll get better robotic limbs. Right now we still have our fleshy limbs on. Eventually we'll get a fight where a limb will pop off. Alright, group up, we're gonna fight another gorilla. Or not. I can live with not. Okay, that's fine. Can crabs get robo-limbs? No, so in vanilla, none of the animals can actually lose their limbs. It's not a mechanic in vanilla. Oh yeah! King Gorillo's here. I forgot about King Gorillo. Do I think I can murder King Gorillo? Because I honestly don't know. I'm down to find out though. So is it acid? Hop on in. It looks like acid. Yep, that's acid. So let's go to the other side of the lake to cut across. Just jumps the acid like, oh god, it burns. Yep. Yeah, so swim over here. For whatever reason, King Gorillo does not show as hostile. Those are some terrifying stats, by the way. It's actually over 100 in a couple of stats. And it's practically 100 across the board. So, King Gorillo's looking like a real bad time. So definitely someone I should not poke. But also, I'm wondering how much of an advantage, like, how much having the numbers will work for or against me. Because the crabs hit really fast. But I'm a little worried he's going to hit like a truck. Especially since it's going to take easy like 20 hits on the same spot to punch through. So I'm not feeling very good that we're actually going to win this fight. But I am curious. So he quick saved before everyone took their acid dunk. And everyone got in the water and immediately started screaming about how it's not water. There we go. Please actually attack him. Just the green numbers are piling up, which is our damage to them, but those red numbers are coming faster. This is not looking promising. Alright, the first crab has gone down. Come on, keep it up. You're wearing him down. We are very evenly spreading our attacks, which is not what we want. We want solid attacks to going to any of the three important places. Actually, we might run him out of blood before anything actually gives out, because his blood is going down fast because every part of him is bleeding. The downside is the number of crabs we have up are dropping pretty quick. Yeah, so both the head and the blood are at less than half. Come on, keep those hits going. Alright, is anyone in immediate danger? You're not doing great. You're not doing great. You're not doing great. Okay. And Dilithia is patching people up. So the good news is the Gorillo is bleeding a lot. It is losing a lot of blood. We have hurt it pretty bad. If we're lucky, I'll be able to sneak around here and patch people up before it aggroes us again. And we can continue to... Well, we got a little bit bandaging. We can continue to patch everyone up and get things going.
You make it easy, like no traffic on a Sunday morning. Keeping your body warm like feathers. Protecting you from the rain when it's pouring. Like dinner on the table.
So we're giving him lots of penalties on his attack speed and everything. If his blood hits 0, he passes out, or if any of these 3 go negative, he also passes out. And he's taking lots of head hits. Alright. You're not getting back up. You're not getting back up. Yeah, so this is the wipe, because now I'm pretty sure none of my people who can do medical are getting back up. Very Last Sardine might actually recover from theirs in time. Rual did get back up. Okay. Sneak. Medical. I need you to patch yourself back up. You're about to go right back down. There we go. Rual actually did get back up because he gained enough toughness. Can we vote for Farm Sim later? Yeah, Farm Sim will be on the vote for later. Okay, so Rual's just going to try their best to stay up. I'm going to also put Rual on passive, so even if the Gorillo does attack, Rual will just try and go around and heal people. Because I do need to get people patched up pretty quickly. Fortunately, for whatever reason, he's not attacked us again. But as long as I get breaks where I can patch people up because his AI is being weird, we can handle this. Because his wounds are just getting worse and regressing. Versus if I'm able to patch everyone up, then we're good. Alright, that'll be Dilithia back on their... Well, good to recover to be able to get back on their feet. They're going to be unconscious for a while. They took a pretty bad stomach hit. But yeah, we got a while to the vote. The vote usually doesn't happen until about 11 p.m. EST, and we're at about 8. Meanwhile, just Rual's sneaking around, patching everyone back up as they go down. But we are keeping those injuries getting worse and worse. Rual's gonna back out real fast, because he got Got knocked. Getting real low. All right, we have messed up his leg. All right. And Rual's just back to it. Yeah, so he's got his leg pretty badly messed up. He's getting pretty close to... Where are you going? Where are you going? Please don't go that far. You've got plenty of beat up people over here to take care of. Just here, I'll intervene and make you bandage someone specific. Hey, Chris, thanks so much. I hope you're having a great day as well. It's almost out of blood. We've really messed up his leg. 30, 28, 24, 18, 15, come on. He's at 9 blood left before he gets blood KO'd. The idea of that being basically I lost so much blood pressure he collapsed. What the hell are you fighting? King Gorillo. 4, -1. Go loot that body immediately. Stop sneaking. Go loot it. Don't let him get back up. Alright, King Gorillo is down. I have no idea why we care about that, other than the fact he was big and scary and near a ruin, and I suppose the ruin probably has things I want in it. Come on, one of you has to be close. I can just dump the stuff over. There we go. He was just a big, scary gorilla. And we were just like, alright, we'll just keep fighting it. So we do have a bunch of just random stuff laying around here. Meanwhile, Rual will meckle everyone up, because I'm assuming he was guarding this. And that the idea is you fight him before you go in there. We'll see. There is some stuff on here worth maybe taking. I don't know how important any of it is, but we'll see. Recovery comas on them. All the crabs surprised they didn't get to the point of recovery coma. They got pretty roughed up. But, both Lardine and Delithia got beaten up enough that they're comatose for a little while. Alright, that's an improvement. We can give that to Delithia. That'll be better than the sword they have. Okay, so that'll be better than what you've already got. And we've got a hat that's worthless, or a hat that actually has some stats, so we'll go ahead and do that. You've got armor, that'll be an improvement over what you've got, which is literally nothing. So that's at least some upgrades. Alright, so we're just waiting on Lardine to get back up, which should be any second now. There they go. We shall cure what ails you. Oh yeah, so the way Kenshi works, if you haven't seen it, is you patch people up, but they have to just kind of recover for a little while afterwards. So it's not like other games where you hit them with a bandage and they're good as new. You hit them with a bandage, then there's some like time before they actually get better. Alright, please don't get rendered unconscious for jumping into the acid. I'm gonna pass out so if I don't get you out of the acid. There. No one else is in the acid anymore. Excellent. We should be able to ride the crabs to the acid. That'd be a fun little gimmick. Yeah, so we're moving real slow because we got some people with some pretty badly hurt legs. So we killed King Gorillo. What do we got in this mess? Got a spider bot there. Spider bot back there. So 2 spider bots on the bottom floor. 3 on the middle floor. 1 on the top floor. Alright, so it looks like it's probably going to be a ruin worthwhile. We're not already aggro. Let's get out. Oh, you don't need to be passive anymore. Okay. Just so it doesn't get back up. Give everyone a moment to recover. And then do it again. So I'm feeling like fighting Gorillo was not really important anyway. Alright, that should bring him out. I'll try and bring them all out here, because when we've taken the crabs inside these buildings, it's gotten real glitchy. Alright. So get everyone back out here again. Case in point, rhetorical stuck. Alright, so it'll take us a minute to bandage everyone back up. Because the problem is all of our crabs are pretty roughed up. They were a little bit hurt before we went into the gorilla fight. And so the gorilla just really pushed them over the edge. Jaywalker's not getting up anytime soon. Minus 61 is going to take you a while to recover. That's fine. Just carrying forward the plan that we had so far, which is to poke the next one. No, everyone out here. I'm just trying to not have them get all glitched up inside the building as much as I can prevent it. Okay. I do get annoyed with how short the range is. I need to find a mod that all it does is just increases the range that we can loot bodies. Or like pass stuff between people rather. Just because of that, like managing your people to have to like bring everyone directly on top of each other with as big as the hitboxers are getting on these crabs. Alright, that's another one knocked down. Okay, everyone back outside. We've aggroed it. It's good enough. I might just go in and fight the last one. The dragging them out is being a little bit of a pain. Okay. What do you mean? It's right there. Alright. Bunch of them are going to start getting to the point where they're not getting back up anytime soon. Just because the injury is sustained. Yeah, so Longclaw will still get up. Sentient Cookie will still probably... Yeah, Sentient Cookie will get up. You're down. You're down. Alright. That leaves only one more of them in there. Get them back down here. Get them all patched up. And then one more. Nope, everyone hold. Wait for it. Let it come to us. Just so I don't have to worry about glitchy terrain. Alright. I mean, they're still pushing in there, but that should be okay. Alright. Considering almost everyone is knocked out now. But we finished off the last of it, so now we just patch everyone up, and then we can loot at leisure. And we'll see what we got from clearing this zone. Alright, everyone appears to be bandaged. So all of you get out of the way for right now. That's the last of the stuff on this floor. We got some more electronics, and that up here. Nothing super obviously good. Usually they'll have like a floor up top that is like the safe room or whatever you want to go with that has like all the goodies. Yeah, that room there will be where all the good stuff is. Okay, that's a good lock. Oh, I should have grabbed our ninja backpack while I was at the lagoon. That's fine. Okay, I like research. And those are worth a lot back at the lagoon, not here. Alright. Might have to go back to the lagoon right away. Because all those things are specifically not worth much in crab territory. Alright. We'll try to, let's go here. Pin that, grab your inventory. Oh! The Lithia lost a leg. Okay. I mean, weirdly in Kenshi think that's actually a good thing. Because that means now Lithia can get a better leg. They don't have to deal with their feeble, weak flesh leg. We can give them a much more powerful cybernetic leg. You swear your bad knees had nothing to do with it. No, it is just one of those weird things in Kenshi that very genuinely people like come up with elaborate ways to get rid of limbs so that they can put the cybernetic limbs on. So just having it randomly happen actually is a little bit on the convenient side. Kenshi's a weird game. Alright, we should check. I do actually... Okay, I love what's here, but also, where am I going to put that? Return from bathing, getting old man dressed? Gotcha. Good to get hygiene sorted. Alright. Yes, we're definitely going back over to the lagoon because all these items are worthless at the crabs, but are worth a ton to the lagoon. Like, they probably won't be able to pay for all the stuff we're about to sell them. But we'll check. I do actually have some really good limbs back at base that we've just been sitting on because we looted them. And I'm like, well, these are good. We're saving them. So we might already have replacement limbs for Delithia. We just might have to carry them there. All right. Yeah, so the ancient safe in the corner there was the big payout for this place. Okay. That's fine, Lardine. Like, you know, caring for family is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. People saying like, hey, you know, just took care of a family member, that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, almost done looting this place. Like, it'd be a different thing if, you know, someone was going into, you know, graphic detail or something, be like, hey, maybe not. But just being like, hey, you know, just took care of the pops. That's fine. That's something to be kind of, you know, celebrate or whatever. Alright, we need to get out of here soon. Need to get those medical supplies to more than just Rual. Okay, we have successfully ransacked the whole place. Where are you at now? There you are. Alright, so for right now... Not rhetorical. Right now, you gotta be carried. You're missing a limb. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and pass 2 of these bandages over so you have them. Could you actually all get out of here? Yes, you can. Cool. Alright, so Delithia is missing their left leg, so let's take a quick inventory. As I mentioned, I'm pretty sure I've got a spare limb stashed here. 2 of them. Question is it a left leg? No, we have a right leg. So what we'll end up doing is we are already talking about going back to do a pickup and a sale over at the Flat Lagoons, since we just found all that valuable stuff that the crabs don't care about, but the lagoon will. Alright, so we're healed up enough, we should be able to take a quick acid bath and be alright. As much as no one's liking that. Like, when I say they drain their health, you know what? I'm wrong. Get back in there. Whatever speed you can go, just get back up there. The crabs can get around with no problem. So yeah, we're just gonna have to, like, bridge across here. Poor Lardine just about ate it in there. Rual's relatively a fast swimmer. So we're gonna have them quickly swim across. Have them put down Delithia. They'll race back across. What are you getting in a fight with? Oh, just one bloodbath? That's fine. Grab Lardine. We're trying to get Lardine out of the ass as fast as we can. Honestly, that's probably the most dangerous part of this whole thing, is just the fact that there's so much acid. Let's get Delithia over here. Well, we'll just have to wait till everyone's bandaged up. We need to get that replacement leg.
Yay. Rual, be quiet and take my bottle caps.
Hey, Darkstrider, for the 100 biddies. Really do appreciate that. And I mean, when have I not taken the money you've thrown at the channel? Alright, so we're not going to be moving very fast because a lot of our people are hurt. It's fine. It is what it is. But the good news is we've got a bunch more goodies. We're going to give Delithia an upgrade on limbs. The one worry I do have is food is becoming kind of a concern. So we're going to need to get ahead of that. Yeah, but we did get the Crumbling Labs. We're probably going to beeline straight home after the Crumbling Labs. Because I think the outpost might be Reaver territory. And all that kind of good stuff. So we just need to get patched up and moved on our way. But I believe we're going slowly right now because Lardine's leg did not much like being bathed in literal acid. They seem pretty upset about that whole equation. Alright, I already have to adjust the AC. I adjusted the AC up so it stopped running because I was like, man, it's getting brisk in here. And even though it's literally the same temperature, now it's getting stuffy. There's no winning, chat. Imagine not liking acid baths. Wib. Yeah, so we have reached a point where at least not negative on your limbs, so there's that. It does make you wonder... Oh, tech hunters? Tech hunters? Yeah, you're fine. It does make me wonder if, like, people come up with all sorts of different strategies for removing limbs, if it would be a viable strategy to have the person acid bath. I think it just lowers the maximum health for temporarily, though, so I don't think it would work. Alright, deal with the land bats real fast. Alright. Oh, that's not what I want. Here, Torque Blade, get over here real fast. I gotta keep butchering and all that stuff. Oh, that's not what you want. That's a lot of land bats. All right. So we're definitely dealing with a lot of different land bats hurting our people. Yeah, or just being overrun. It's not super surprising. We're very heavily tenderized from those past fights. But our stats are getting pretty good. Very Last 13 stats are just all over the place. I get amused by it every time I see it. Alright, give all of that over there. Okay, and patch everyone up. Hot lemon tea is just hot lemonade. I mean, ish, yeah. Depending on exactly how you make it and whatnot. Alright. I didn't realize there's even another land bat down over there. No, lemon tea is fine. Not that honestly different than any other tea. Pick up the Lithia so we don't leave them behind. Alright. The classic don't yuck someone else's yum. 27, yeah, you'll get back up, and you'll get back up. You're actually already up. I kind of regret that this one's picture is just like the ends of the pincer just in the bottom of the frame. It's funny the way they just try and take the model and just try to like rotate the camera angle. Alright. I'm sorry other preferences are so appalling to you that you feel like the eradication of all life is warranted counter for something as not a big deal as tea. It's a pretty minor concern to take such an extreme measure over. Alright. Oh, good. Even more land bats. Alright. Yeah, but our reaction was we wanted the tea. We just wanted the tea sans taxes. So if anything, we were very pro-tea. Just, you know. We demanded it be a reasonable price or whatever. Alright. And we're taking all the bits off the animals, because that kills them. Sorry, so instead of them just being downed, they'll stay downed. Plus, you know, the crabs like all the meat. Gorillo, I'm busy. Could you please come back later? Alright. And almost everyone else is knocked down. Because we've been getting no chance to recover. For a moment I thought the Lithia was going to lose another limb right away. What's interesting is a lot of times they'll eat like your corpses. For some reason they seem to be prioritizing the corpses of the bats. So even though we've got a pile of people dead here, it is eating the corpse, but it's eating the corpse of the land bats, which I am okay with. Because the alternative is it's eating one of our corpses, and that's not a good time. Alright, come on. Yeah, so we've massively ruined the gorilla's leg. It's honestly probably gonna pass out from blood loss here in a second. It seems like the crab, it's like something's causing a much higher amount of blood loss than we've had previously. Like maybe it's just the crabs getting stronger. Or it could be the katanas, but it's becoming more and more of a viable way of dealing with the enemies. That gorilla's almost down. Both of its legs are ruined. Empire, I'm busy. Alright, you all start patching each other up. This does mean you need to go over here and not be working the jobs. We'll let the Empire do its thing. Sadneel's just going to get out of the way. It won't be too much longer until I can start building walls around the perimeter so that we could just blast them with crossbow bolts the entire time they're trying to swim around our base. There we go. They don't leave you behind. Okay, so you should get up in just a second, and you should just get up in a second. You'll also get up. No, actually, no, you won't. You're in recovery coma. Alright, well, Lardine. Time to do some strength training, buddy. As you walk very, very slowly with your busted leg. But you're gonna bring a crab with you. Okay. Actually, Cookie will be back up pretty soon. That is one nice thing of as you gain toughness, your recovery and all that tends to be a bit better. You'll have the time you spend down will get shorter and shorter. Cookie's getting up there gradually on toughness. The whole constantly being beaten the crap out of tends to work pretty well for supporting that cause. Alright, so where is this raid? They're still a long ways away. One of the downsides of being slowed down due to injuries in hostile territories just means more and more likely you're going to have patrols hit you again and again. See, what is the thing you're fighting and why does it look like your mom? That is a complicated question. There's gorillas, which are like sort of a weird ape bat thing. And then there's land bats, which are like giant bats that walk on the ground as opposed to flying. But then, like, bite the crap out of you. Okay, so you can put down Cookie now. All right. No, pick me back up. It went uppies. No, no, no. You wanted to come this way. You have to walk on your own. You know how this works. If you want ice cream, you gotta use your legs. You gotta walk yourself. No uppies. Just the parking lot. That's the only place we do the uppies, okay? Are we there yet? No. Cookie looks much bigger than the first I saw him. Yeah. As the crabs get older, they get larger. I think this might be the max size they get. Which is a curse and a blessing, because, you know, one, they get larger, which means they have more reach and everything. Also, they get larger, which means the pathing gets more tenuous, and you end up having more problems with just, like, having a giant hitbox. Like, why did you flash that you're under attack? Alright, so they're still on the way. Why can I not blink without running into trouble? Okay. The problem is all of our crabs are still super injured from, like, a big fight we had previously. Oh, I need... For all to be able to fight, well, we need to put stuff down. Plus, that means Delithia can poke them with their sword as well. Alright, all the crabs are getting back up. Looks like we're in for round 2 that the land bats decided they weren't done. What are you getting into a fight with? Oh, that's not what I want at all. That's terrible. Crabs, please help. How is Sad Neil even stand? Oh, when did you get 33 defense? What have I missed that you've been involved with, Sad Neil? Like, what is this weird discrepancy in your stats where you have 0 attack and then, like, 33 defense? Oh, no, probably still growing the size. The crabs have the problem that they've got some pretty hard limitations on how they work. That there's really not a good way around. So you kind of have to make up with it with numbers. Alright, stay right to the outpost. We run over here just enough to trigger the attack. Then go back. It's just one of those things, because the issue with the crabs is while you can build up their stats, they have the problem that they don't do any defense of themselves. It's just pure attack. So they can't dodge or block or anything like that. So it's just basically slam face into wall. Hope on the other side of slamming face into wall that you're the one still standing. That's about what they can do. We can get, like, our human component to manage. But that's with them getting really, really tanky. Because, like, give you an example. For example, at 50 toughness, we only have 1% damage resistance on one of the crabs. I think some of them are getting up to, like, their 60s and that now. Yeah, so you're at 57, so you're at 10%, which is actually not that shabby. Up. Another wave of land bats. As you can see, they just kind of run up and they just start slamming. They don't block, they don't dodge, they don't do any of those things. Animals are incapable of doing that. So when it comes to fighting, say, like... Try to think. Like, fighting, Bugmaster or whatever, it just means Bugmaster goes up, sweeps, and knocks down the whole group in, like, 1 or 2 hits. Because they can't do anything to damage mitigate. They just take it to the chin. There's going to be extremely limiting on them, but it should still be a lot of fun. Because on the bright side, they do a lot of damage. Okay. Sad Neil, the ultimate doormat. It feels like it. I don't know when, like, very genuinely, I don't know when Sad Neil got all that defense. Did you actually finish over here? No. I think they're literally all standing inside that building. Eventually the attack will be considered done. And Sad Neil can get back to work. Yeah, so I'm starting to get too many people on recovery coma to carry everyone around. So we just gotta kind of ride it out. Okay. Yeah, let's start what's fully patched up. All right. Yeah, so Rual's down, Cookie's down. Delithia also has to be carried because they're missing a limb. That's kind of the only reasons I'm waiting, is just Delithia needs to be carried because they're missing a limb. There's not enough waiting for stuff to heal to make that not a thing. Oh, another round of them. Lovely. Well, as long as we're not getting eaten, we can just keep doing round after round. Every time we go down, we're getting tougher. People are managing to get up to patch people up in between the rounds, so it's not the worst in the world. It's just the nature of this zone here. Stove's Gamble. Just lots of thing. Zila's nerd. This game is called Kenshi. It is a really, really fun, real janky, like open world RPG style game. So it is a game that doesn't have, well, that didn't go well. It doesn't have like a very clearly defined, like this is what your goal of the game is. You kind of make what you want with it. Alright. Okay, land bats. I'm getting kind of tired of your crap. Yeah, we've been fighting some tough stuff, so we're just kind of being worn down. So we're just waiting for everyone to recover. Yeah, so you'll get back up on your own and be able to bandage people. You'll get back up and on your own and be able to bandage people. Rhetorical is in recovery coma. Imagine Rual's getting strength training as well. From carrying Delithia around, yeah, but we're also using a heavy weapon, which will also do strength training even if we don't get down. It's not super fast, but... you know, it's fine. Yeah, so Lardine will be the next one to get back up. They'll patch everyone back up, and we can start trying to hopefully get our people back into moving order. Because one limitation we have is we don't have a ton of food with us. So eventually we will have our food supply start dwindling. Land bats, please. Alright, could grab that one so that it stays dead. You know, it's a bit of a crawl, so we're not going to worry too much on that. Okay. Rual will be back up soon. Very last Lardine will be up soon. Rhetorical will be a while. Longclaw will be a little bit. Tending Cookie will be back up soon. Alright. So people are getting pretty close to being able to get back up. Except Rhetorical. Rhetorical got hit pretty hard. Actually, no, you were recovery coma. Man, you're up to 58 toughness. And Sad Neil's just doing Sad Neil things. Alright, so we're filling up a bunch of those supplies. Basically, Sad Neil's waiting on this force to get back with all the research. It's interesting how much faster they get back up. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like early game, you get knocked down, you're just like, alright, I guess we and the floor are just buds now. Versus you get later on in your run. Oh good, another group of land bats. Versus later on, you know, you get into a fight, you get knocked down real hard, you just kind of get back up and go right back to it. That was a bad hit. Alright. There's just no end to the land bats. Like I said, it is training. Our toughness is going up, which is increasing our damage resistance and the speed we get up and yada yada yada. Alright, do that so it can't get back up again. Of course, your inventory is full. Counterite close enough? Yep. Okay, so that way it stays dead. Rual should be getting back up any time now. They'll get more people patched up. So Delithia is going to be down for a little while. They're going to be in recovery coma. It's looking like only Rhetorical's the only one who's still down. Rual should be able to carry Delithia with them as soon as Rhetorical's back up. We'll be able to get moving again. So where's Delithia? Okay, you're there. So Rual pick you up. Cookie has... Actually, Cookie's gonna be down a while. So you go grab Cookie. You can't? You've got a busted arm. Okay, so we've got 2 people and not enough people to carry 2 people, so we gotta wait for either Rhetorical or Cookie to get back up. Actually, we have to wait for both of them to get back up, or for Lardine's arm to get better. Realistically, it's gonna be both of them getting back up that'll happen first. That is the danger you run into and when you get stuck in hostile territory, is just being kind of ground down slowly. That it does become an issue to try and just keep things up. But you gain lots of stats, so there's a catch to it. As long as you can keep fed. Alright, so Rhetorical will be back up. Yes, we're just waiting on Cookie now. And how are we doing on the food? Who has the food? Cookie does? Alright. So Cookie still has a big pile of food. We're burning through it fast, though. Because the crabs never stop eating. Alright. Okay, and Cookie's back up, which means we can start moving. Alright. Back to Flats Lagoon, which is where I've been going. We're not moving very fast. People got busted legs and all sorts of health problems going on at the moment. But we'll get there. Who's that? Don't be Legion. Turn around, don't see us, don't see us, don't see us, let's be friends. Because they're way tougher than we are. And I don't want to spend the next half hour unconscious on the ground. Or dead. Alright, they've moved on. I still find it curious that Legion is this far north. For those who don't know, that group is from this part of the map, the Ashlands. And so way up here surprises me. Like Sniper Valley I could understand, that's close to their territory, but this is pretty far out of the way. Eventually we'll be strong enough that I can, you know, actually get into a direct fight with Legion, ensure that I might down 1 or 2 of our people, but be able to come out ahead. We got a little bit of work to do before we're there. Alright. I've also debated having Rual run off on their own to just grab a new recruit and run them back home. Like, go grab Burn. We should get Beep at some point. Go grab... Well, we'll probably... No, don't see us. Don't see us. Be cool. We don't need to fight, please. I don't know why they're ignoring me, and I am not complaining. There's another one over there. Yeah, Legion are heavily in this territory. Alright, so pretty soon our leg will be better, and it'll be able to move faster. So that'll be good. And then we can drop off all our stuff, get like another 70,000 cats, and try and turn around and just get home. Because that's what we were doing when we stopped to just check that ruin that got us all beat up, which granted we did clear the ruin and get all the goodies out of it. But it left us pretty thoroughly thrashed. Considering one of our people lost their leg. Alright, another round of land bats, it would appear. Nope. Which, with that, it does sound like Tomb is home. Makes sense that it's half an hour after. So I'm going to take my quick 5-minute break. For those who are new here, around 9 p.m. EST, I take a quick 5-minute break. Then we get back to playing. I go for another 2 hours, and then we do our game switch in the middle of the stream. So bear with me. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. So thank you again for tuning in, and I'll be back. And since there's two sides that airlock, this shouldn't be really that bad. Well, we've lost. I thought we had depressurized it. So that's the thing that confused me, is we depressurized it, and was exposed to the entire opening. Well, and that brings the end of our hard space shipbreaker run. I better not die from that. I hate crawlers. Well, that is our first zombie injury. You're showing me that this is perfect. Ah, don't worry, chat. My paint job is perfect. My paint job is definitely not missing anything. The game says we're done here. I especially like, it'd be one thing if it was literally like that was painted, this is nice and uniform, except I got a bunch of like splash over here. Hey, I'm not gonna argue with the game logic. It's perfect. Times. Okay, so the graves, check the rightmost grave in the 4th row from the top. The rightmost grave in the 4th row from the top. Okay, so spark arrest. Ah, and we want the doctors in here. So we're gonna go ahead and have someone deal with that. Should I be dealing with this? Probably not. We're gonna go ahead and rebury this person into an actual casket. Alright, so you have spark arrest. You say sign spark arrest. There we go. We're gonna make sure we honor our people. It's true, thank you. You just wait, what? That's fine, it's good enough. Alright. Hey, train, could you not? Hey, train, please. Train. No. This is not my stop, train. I don't want to go this way. Let me free. Alright, so we're going to... Oh, God. And we just need to straighten it out, and everything will be fine. Alright, I'm gonna do something I know is not gonna end well, but I'm gonna be cursed until it happens.
And if he gets, like, attacked from behind, it's something like a 70% chance of being bitten, and bitten is instant game over. So you do not want to be attacked from behind, ever. I technically got overwhelmed because it counted as a side hit. Zombies are always dangerous. That... yeah, I heard the one behind me and I was trying to, like, get around her so I could stab her from behind. But because of my positioning, I considered her, like, next to me. Like, I misplayed that. And now I did.
Storge. Walter's asking me questions about my coffee bean dealer. I'm not telling.
Raj is hot.
Raj is hot.
It is good for Raj.
Yes, good for Raj indeed. I love you.
I love you.
Too much is like, Raj is hot. Good for Raj. Raj is like, I know. I am dapper AF. But I'm not telling. I know what individual groups or whatever like that. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Just took an extra minute or so. But, Tomb was definitely in, like, a jamming out mood. I got down there and she's just blasting Toxic. It's like, alright, we're jamming. Okay. So we got more land bats doing land bat things. Train was bullying us. Train bullies sometimes. Oh, good. More land bats. To be fair, we actually seem to be doing better about winning this fight. So let's keep chucking all the meat over. That's precious, precious food. Okay. Alright, and very last, Lardine has lost an arm. Gonna try and patch him up before he bleeds too much and passes out. Let's get that body dealt with so we can toss that sentient cookie. Alright, let's check, because again, we have an arm back home as well. So Lardine lost their left arm. Oh, you're still down here? Oh, no, it's this box. We do have a left arm. Alright, so we don't need to worry about giving Lardine the arm. We have a Masterwork Hail arm back at home, which is about as good as you can get. So we've already got that sorted. That does mean Lardine isn't going to be carrying anyone anytime soon. Alright, did we already loot that one? We did not, so that's going into your inventory. And I'm sure I've missed a few that need to be looted, but I don't know where they're at, so It is what it is. Ah, there's one right there. But Delithia happens to be right by it. Okay. So, to give you an idea how much we're getting worn out in these fights, we are starting to properly lose limbs. The authentic way, as opposed to the I'm cheesing the game way. Alright, so rally everyone. Rual can go ahead and carry Delithia. And we're waiting for you to get back up, and I think you're the only one who's still downed. And no one should be recovery coma. I take that back. Why are you recovery coma? Your toughness should be 33. Okay, we got our Gorillo, of course. Still here dealing with the animals? Gotcha, fair enough. It's appreciated. And as a reminder, I am streaming on, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Twitch is my main platform. So if it ever seems like I'm just talking to myself, more than likely I am talking to people on other platforms. That said, the vast majority of my audience is in Twitch. Like, by magnitudes. Alright, that takes care of the Gorillo. Make sure it doesn't get back up. Okay, so neither of you are going to stay knocked out. You're not going to stay knocked out. You're good. You're good. You're good. And you're all good. Oh. Very last Lardine is going to stay unconscious for a while. Right. You lost a limb here, and I believe it's limb trauma is what they call the stat or whatever. That's a problem. That's actually a big problem. And the reason that's a big problem is because Rual can't carry both Lardine and Delithia at the same time. It's one or the other. I mean, I guess we just carry Lardine because Delithia can't move fast but is capable of movement, whereas Lardine is just straight up unconscious. Just getting meat grindered. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, this actually isn't that bad of a situation. It's inconvenient, but we're gaining lots of skills, and we are getting replacement food as we do this. So, it's not bad news. It's just inconvenient because it's keeping us from going anywhere, really. But I mean, we got Rhetorical over here starting to push into the 60s of damage on it. So at what point in the game do you stop losing every fight? Oh, if we go to the northern part of the continent where there's a weaker enemies, we already could be at the point we could roll into cannibal territory. Maybe not go straight directly into the heart of a town and just hold the ground, but we could probably just gradually push through and knock everyone down. Please tell me that didn't recover. Yeah, you shouldn't be recovery comed. Like this, we wouldn't honestly be in the shape except we're just being ground down because we won a fight. We won several of the fights. It's just now we reach the point where everyone's so injured, every fight knocks us down again. And because of all our injuries, we don't move fast either. Please tell me you're gonna get back up. The one that just got back up from being unconscious is the one who took the hit and went right back down. Oh, you're killing me. Wish you luck with the crabs, bro. Hey, just the way it rolls. Yeah, you should be back up, though. Cool. Alright, so we're mobile. we're going to be mobile extremely slowly, because we're going to move at the speed of someone who is missing a leg, because I can't carry them. But we are physically in motion. And that'll go until Lardine stops being unconscious, and then we can drop Lardine, and pick up Delithia, and we'll pick up the pace. But yeah, it's a war of attrition, and we're being attritioned pretty badly. Like, an alternative way I could approach it is I could have Rual grab either Lardine or Delithia, run them over there, plop them down, run back, grab the other one, run them over. And it wouldn't necessarily be a bad plan. But because they only have the 3 people who bandage and one is definitely out of the fight, that gets a little bit risky in that if the other person gets knocked out, we have to see if we can get back in time to start bandaging up anyone who might be dying. Surprisingly, I actually picked up the pace a little bit. We are very heavily fast-forwarding. So you're recovering iron because you're getting to the point where you're just getting all the resources put together. And until we get those research books back, there's not a whole lot else you can work on. That's fine. This will also give us the option to, while we're at the store, check to see if there's any farming supplies I could pick up. So whether it's... I'm trying to remember what type of climate it is here. If I choose to put down some food, it'll tell me. So we're in a green environment that has extremely high yield. I can work with that. Actually, I think we need to do this to figure it out. Okay, so actually we're both green and arid. Okay, so the copper sucks here. Otherwise, this is an amazing place to farm. That basically means I can grow pretty much anything there. Okay. That opens possibilities. Please wake up. Nap time's over. I need you to wake up. You're all like, oh, I lost my arm. I'm upset. I'm in pain. It's like, look, man. We got an agenda to keep. On the plus side, it is strength training for Rual. So, it's worth us keeping in mind... Well, actually, never mind. We already have the arm for Lardine. We have a Masterwork KLR. I'll probably just go for, like, if I can find one, a KLR arm for Delithia. If I can't get that, I'll get a skeleton one. Because those are just your generically good ones. Versus like the scout runs super fast one doesn't do you any good if you're in a group who's not set up to run super fast. Especially when they're crabs, which the crabs don't run fast. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Alright, Lardine will be up pretty soon, and then we can get this thing moving faster. So how are we doing on that food supply? We're burning through it fast is what we're doing. Hey Sab, how's it going? Alright, home stretch before Lardine gets back up. We start picking up the speed a lot. How's your day been? Day's been pretty good. Hope yours has been going well as well. Alright, so we can go ahead and drop you down. Grab Delithia. Pick them up. Hold up Crab Line. We gotta wait just a moment for Lardine to get back up. Good, does you have an announcement to share? What do you got? You adopted your foster cat, and her name is now Karma. Nice! Congrats. There, that's way faster than we were going. Alright, and that's our destination out in the distance. We'll sell all the junk we got. Get some limbs replaced. Restock on food. If we see a skeleton, we'll recruit a skeleton to help with the home team. The only reason I have to worry about skeletons for right now is until I have the means of reliably having food over there, I can't get something other than skeletons because I won't be able to get them food. But once we get food going, then it'll be fine. Yeah, there's a caravan over there. Because if we're lucky with some of these caravans, I might be able to pick up a lot of the stuff I need to grow. Depending on the caravan, there's different types. You have nothing I need, so good day. Oh, gorilla bandit? Yeah, gorilla bandits are just all martial arts. Yeah, energies are worthless. Let's not worry about that. Oh, hello. One of you all get over here. There's a giant mound of meat on that body. I don't know why there's a giant mound of meat on that body, but, you know, I'm not gonna say no to the giant mountain of meat. And who are we missing here? All right. Okay, so let's take a look. You'll get back up. You'll get back up. They just need a couple seconds, and we'll be good. So the good bad news with the martial arts stuff is they can be really dangerous against certain situations, but if you're able to throw attacks at them pretty fast, you can often get hits through. It's one of the things that's going to be dangerous as a martial arts character when you're playing solo, is getting in a fight with a group of animals. Do you want to die? Is one of the big dangers you run into. Alright, we're all patched up again. I didn't realize you were downed. So I have to wait for a minute for that. Okay. And I can just move our way over this way and carry on with the campaign with the giant crab army. But we're getting pretty close to the stage of the game where I could start just fighting Reavers and starting to take down their territory, because we should be tanky enough that a lot of our crabs are at least equivalent, if not stronger than some of them. So we're just going to start whittling away at their territory as best we can until we can start getting rid of them. Alright. Because while we were here last time, we bought a ton of books. I might even buy more since we're sitting on a bunch of money and we're about to get a bunch more money. Please let roll out. I don't know if that's the same caravan or a different one. It is a different one. They have a bunch of things that aren't what I'm looking for. That's fine. Hey, Bubs, if you could just come over here just so we have you here as well. Alright, we can go to Bubs. I will take all of your plants. And your books. And I did that way we could start progressing towards being able to farm whatever here. Some of those are definitely from the Universal Wastelands mod. So I don't recognize them or know what the requirements are for them or anything like that. Okay, so you need a left leg. Alright. Get out. Unfortunately, you're not going to have much of a selection. I've got a shoddy quality left leg. And that's it. That's really terrible. And there's not even a second option. It's like that's what we've got. They're all just right legs. Man, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to live with that for right now until I can find you better. They also don't have the ninja backpack thing for you. So not gonna worry about that. Alright, so at least gives you a leg. So you're not dragging on the ground anymore. We'll definitely need to be on the market for a better one, though. Okay. Take the armor. It'll focus on the stuff that I'm definitely not going to use for anything. Versus the stuff we might use for something. Alright. We killed so many bats. All these teeth are from just the giant heaps of bats. There we go. That's where the money's at. Alright. Do you have the regular books? Yeah. Go ahead and buy all your regular books. I'm probably gonna need them anyways. Alright. You already know how to make fishnets, you already know how to make those. I don't want to buy the ancient books. That to me seems like it'll be wasteful money-wise. That's okay. Oh, I got some more teeth in here. Get the gears out of here. You can't afford that. Okay, so you're broke. You don't really have anything else I want to spend money on with you. Do you have anything in your inventory? Got some teeth? Alright. So you're tapped. So Rual could run to the next building. Hey, Delithia? Alright. We can go ahead and do this. And start buying all their food, every last little bit of it. You still can't afford it. Oh, we have so much stuff here. Do you have any more food I can buy? Yeah, you got 2 of those. But you can't afford any of that. What else can I sell you? Alright. Oh, can I sell you those 2? Yep. Okay, so they're basically spent. Is there anyone here we care about? That's the Hyber boss. We already traded with them. That's a mercenary group. Okay, let's go to the next store and wipe them out financially. Because we just got so much stuff. Is that a different Hyber boss? Or a different caravan boss? Nope, same one. Okay. I don't care about any of their stuff, so... Already tapping them out completely financially. Love to see it. Okay, they have no money left. Alright. Next store. Don't worry. Sooner or later they'll run out of money in this town, and we'll still have stuff left over. Yeah, so your leg's still getting better. Is there anything else you want to part with there? Not really. Start selling all that leather. We'll want leather eventually, but right now it's just more junk in our inventory that could be money. Okay, is there anything I want to buy here? Probably not. Not really. Because we're going for the crab armor stuff. Just for the memes of we are crab raiders, let's dress like crab raiders. Okay. Long bolts. Very last Lardine. There you go, buddy. Have an unreasonable amount of long bolts. We can't learn that yet, but we're going to grab it just in case. Heavies, longs, and toothpicks. We'll buy all of that stuff too. Because I got more stuff I could sell. Oh, there's one more there. So the big question is, where can I get more plant bits? Okay. Because I don't think I saw anywhere here I could buy the plant stuff. If they were, it'd be in this place. Because that's the police. That place didn't have them. Because then the question is, do I run to grab plant bits real fast when I go back we can actually start making farms? Or how we want to navigate that? Yeah, I don't have any plant stuff at all. If we were to run to the next town looking for plant materials, it's not nearby. Like the settled nomads would probably be the best bet. I don't think we're going to worry about that right now. I think just worry about getting out of here. And trying again to get back home. Let's cross through Creeper territory. Okay, and we should pick up the pace around the time that Delithia's leg gets better. Yeah, it's Delithia's other leg, not the one they lost, but the other leg is pretty banged up. Now, the downside is we had to settle for that kind of not great skeleton leg, because it's the only left leg they had. So Delithia is taking a pretty bad movement speed penalty, but we will figure something out with that. I'm sure we'll find better. I could see definitely just continuing to allow like the home base to uptech. Do I want to send Rual while we've got this going on? Do we send Rual on like their own expedition to go get ourselves another skeleton onto the team? I don't think Rual could realistically sneak into where Agnew is in Veng. I don't think they have, because of the armor we couldn't stealth it, and then because of the armor we also don't have the movement speed. I could go for Burn, but that's like the opposite side of the map. I don't think there's another skeleton in this general region of the map to go after. I mean, honestly, we just stop by the crab people. With all the mod stuff going on, there's a chance we'll just see a skeleton recruit there we can snag. I'm just watching ate this food, ate that food, ate this food, ate that food. Because the number of crabs we had, it's just the constant passing by of 8 food, 8 food, 8 food, 8 food. Alright, and pretty soon Delithia's legs should be better and they should be able to pick up the pace a lot. Crab people taste like crab, eat like people. Oh man, the crab people are so much worse when it comes to eating. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, it's still the gorillas, the ones that attacked us on our way up. Alright, one more point, we should be able to pick up the pace a lot. They're going 2 miles per hour now. And... wait for it. It's still saying minus 98% because leg injury. So it's going to be a little bit before it picks up. But as that leg injury recovers, we'll pick up the speed. Alright, so we're back into the area with all the land bats, and the Legion, and the gorillas, and all the other awful things. We're just trying to cut across here. We're not stopping at any ruins this time through. We're going around. There's only one other ruin I'm aware of. And we're really at that point. I need to get them back home to drop off. Pick up more fish and all that from the vendors in town. 3 miles per hour. We gained a 50% speed increase. Little by little, we're picking up the pace. Alright, that should start sorting itself out. How's Sad Neil doing over here? Output full. Your inventory's full. Why are you not working that? Nope. It needs electricity. What? How did you make... okay. I don't think we have a means of making power. So I guess just stand there and look pretty, Sad Neil. Good job. Hey, 4 miles per hour. We're picking up the pace. We'll probably get to somewhere around 16 miles per hour before we start capping out because of that skeleton leg. Alright. How am I doing on time, by the way? Alright, we got still another hour before the game switch, which I don't know what we're switching to yet, but we'll have a vote for it. Alright. That is an annoying weird side effect because of how big the crabs are. If I double-click on one of the humanoid people and have it follow them, the camera seems to, like, vibrate because they're trying to, like, walk next to the crab, but the hitbox is too big. It's shoving it to the side the whole time they're running. 5 miles an hour. Yeah, because we also need to get Lardine that replacement arm. The good news that we got out of this is now Lardine is rocking a whole arsenal of stuff. So, that's good. Lardine can actually use the crossbow that we're trying to have them train up on. So they could be a ranged person. Oh, what do you get? Yeah, so you have the Masterwork Eagle's Cross we found in one of the ruins. But I got you enough bolts so you can actually use it for a while. And then we're going to be getting you a Masterwork KLR arm that we happen to have laying around. I do think you'll ultimately not want that arm. We'll want to get you what's called a steady arm, which basically it's worse for like all the combat stuff except for crossbows. But I'm planning for you to be the one who deals with things that need to be, you know, dealt with at range. So like that sniper tower we fought, there's a good chance with a high enough skill you'd be able to outrange them. Alright. Kill. All right. Oh, are you already... Oh, no, you're still medicing people. Okay. And ready to get back to moving. Yeah, so we're just going for the nearest crab village, because we can buy fish there. We can, you know, sell whatever junk we find along the way. We can potentially, if we wanted to recruit another crab, we could. We could see what recruits they have there that we could pick up so far as, like, regular people, if we can grab ourselves a skeleton. I could also be willing to go for hivers, like the hiver workers, to be back at the base handling food, because they have, just a little over half the rate they eat food compared to everyone else. Shaq could be the wrong answer. They eat more than most people. But with that low food consumption, I think we'd be able to just manage it. Alright, so you're gonna come after me? Do I have to murder you, Gorillo? Yes. There we go. And everyone's already patched up. That's also one nice thing with how fast we're skilling up our medical and all that. Between fights, it only takes them a couple of seconds to patch everyone up real fast. How are we doing on movement speed? We're up to 8 miles an hour. Alright. The very last 13, more like sneaky archer. Yeah, if the arrows they're firing are like ballista bolts. Yeah, so that's where we went just a little bit ago, that we did wipe it out, but we got really roughed up along the time. There was a King Gorilla was in there who was like 94, 94, 101, 121, whatever stats. Like, really, really just a big, scary gorilla. We had a nice little bit of an epic battle with them. Alright. Everyone's already patched up again. So continue on our way. As always, watch people scatter in like 6 different directions. Per the usual. You say go someplace and everyone just blasts out in all directions. And you can work around that where you say everyone follow this person when you have one person distinctly slower. The issue is then you have to go by them one by one by one to like remove that command. So as your group gets bigger and bigger, it becomes more and more of a hassle to manage. I kind of wish, and there might be a way to say just like clear jobs. Just get rid of it all, like scrap it. What are you? You actually look big enough to be something. It is. It's probably the outpost. I don't think we mess with that right now, though. Right now it feels very much like get home, get the arm, drop off our loot. Nine miles an hour, we're getting there. Yeah, that's the outpost over there. It does look like there's a gorilla right in front of the door. That's kind of hanging out there. I'm not seeing numbers go up. So it could be what's down there. There's also an outpost up here in the hills. Alright, now that things are probably going to get violent again. We're getting into Reaver territory. Reavers are one of the initial enemies we got because we are crab raiders. They're our neighbors. We don't like each other. They smell funny. Skeleton bandits. We can handle them, but I'm not really looking for a million fights. I really want to drop stuff off at home. The Tower of Spiders. The Tower of Spiders is such a troll. It's such a terrifying place. For those who missed, it was 2 streams ago, I think we did it. Like, two Kenshi streams ago. We're like, okay, this place is called the Tower of Spiders, and it's hostile. What is inside here? Because I had a whole extra group of crab troops who were escorting us, too. And we're like, alright, I've got this whole extra group of crab people. Let's poke the Tower of Spiders. We opened it up, and all of them were in, like, stats-wise, they're upper 60s and 70s, and there was, like, 26 of them. And they're all, like, blood spiders. And they straight up just rolled over us. Like, we were just some mild resistance against, like, water flowing by or something. And, like, the crab people lasted a little bit longer than we did, but also got very handily throttled, where I think the entire battle went, and I think we maybe knocked down one of them. And at the time, our stats are roughly, like, 30s or lower, so individually, each spider had twice our stats and then some. We're gonna get pretty close to their main building. And I'm assuming that's the Skeleton Bandits' main... If I remember correctly, that might be the Skeleton Bandits' main building. Which is another group we want to kill as well. Alright, come on. Pathing is fighting us. There we go. Why do you always split up? Got bone dogs. I wish there was like a formation move button. There's probably a mod for it, but I do wish there was like just a flat, this is formation move. What does it do? It makes you move in formation. And it has the same idea that if you're attacked while in formation move, then like anyone who's attacked, the whole group responds. Because that's the reason I like to use the escort one, is then the only character who will ignore being attacked is the person who's being escorted. Everyone else will drop what they're doing the moment that person's attacked. You know, and react accordingly. Alright. We're medicing people up real fast. Alright, everyone's patched up. So let's try going this way again. You're literally going opposite directions. Ooh. Okay, we got engineering research up there. Alright. I mean, we're physically walking by it. Stobe's Ridge. So I'm not seeing any enemies. Oh, it's just one bone dog. Alright, so engineering research. Prioritize the research stuff first. Book. Engineering research. Why aren't you going that way? Pathing issues. We're not going to pick up everything, by the way. Because this will be way more annoying to do that. We're mostly just going for research or particularly useful stuff. Cool. That just told us a lot about... Yeah, like even like the skeletal muscles are actually valuable. But even those I don't want to bother. Because we get a much reduced amount for those in Crab territory. So unless it was to turn back around and go once again back to the other area, I wouldn't get much for it. Not gonna worry about those. I will grab the skeleton repair kit though. That's worth grabbing. Alright, well. Some free research stuff. That's worth a minor detour. Consider it a tech hunter property. Alright. Pass those all to rhetorical. Pass the one robot kit to Lardine. You actually already had one, so you pass one to Lithia. That way everyone has a repair kit for limbs and all that. Alright, we're getting close to home. We just got to get past the Tower of Spiders, which the tower itself is no risk as long as we don't open the door. But it's the Reavers who be trolling this area. Among other things, but the Reavers are the ones who most likely run into. Alright, there's the Tower of Spiders directly ahead of us. Okay, we got Black Dragon ninjas attacking us. Haven't seen them down here yet. So, sure. Where are you? Oh, you're in it. You're just taking a moment. That's a lot of green numbers popping up. I saw a limb go airborne. Huh. Yeah, those aren't super valuable. Their chain shirts actually have a decent value. I still think I want to go through the hassle of getting everyone over there. They're just trying to grab their weapons so they don't have them. All right. Okay, now you put too much effort into moving this stuff around. Let our people do their medical stuff. Well, the black ninjas didn't stand much of a chance. We just kind of walked right over them. The dog says, "Holy poggers, I've been thinking about starting Kenshi playthrough myself these past few days. Seems like I won't have to. How's it going?" It's going good. We've been just building our crab army. At the moment, we're trying to drop off our ill-gotten gains to get everyone situated and get Lardine's arm replaced. I got a spare back home that I just need to slap in real quick. Probably good to get another green crab. Wait, where's Jaywalker? Hold other group. I apparently accidentally separated my Krebs. What's your deal? Oh, you were just stuck on a rock or whatever. All right. That's gonna be one of our big things, is that we're gonna clear the Tower of Spiders at some point, because that place sucks. And I'm sure it's got to have good stuff in it for how incredibly awful all of those blood spiders in there were. But I think we're gonna need to be properly suited to deal with it. That area was generally worse than some of the boss fights in the game. Okay, so we're finally back in friendly territory. There's lots of enemies still here among our friendlies, but we are in friendly territory. Okay. You can run in here. Please make space. There you go. All right. Let's see. The blood spiders are tremendous early game wise or anything. These aren't the regular blood spiders. Those things had 75 stats or whatever they were, and there was like 26 of them. You open the door and they're just there. So like they just poured out of the building and just murdered everyone in the area. I was like, okay, I see. Don't open the door. So I'm thinking we need a new crab. Well, I'd like an elderly green crab. It's fine. I can live with an adult green crab. Because I'm doing like an even distribution of the colors. So let's go ahead and do this and go to draw. And welcome Captain Brody to the Crab Army. Let's have you go right over here. Meanwhile, Rual's gonna pop in here. They're gonna That's not what I wanted. It's what I hit. Oh, we're gonna talk to you again. Got bags for these crabs. Do I really need... Oh, I forgot I had all these. For you, fish, all the fish. And sell all the bits of bone dog that we got because they kept harassing us. Okay. And we financially wiped you out. So next contestant will be you. What is your deal? All right. So we can pop over here to each one of them. Your stuff is all fine by me. Your stuff is all fine by me. You're good, you're good, you're good. We do want all of the produce for growing. Get that out of here. Alright, and we got more fish, so you can have a big pile of fish. And there should be little fish here somewhere that I'm overlooking. Or I guess no little fish. Okay. So we already know that. We already know that. Crab limb technology. So crab limb technology makes you crap at everything but unarmed. You're not impressing me. Crab limb technology is terrible is what I'm seeing. Because even the high quality one gives you a tiny bit of strength and an arm, it is just bad for everything. They're just strong and durable. That's not useful. Look, it literally costs nothing. It's so bad, they give it away. Sure, I'll take it. Meanwhile, you're gonna ditch that helmet, because you're at least gonna wear the crab helmet for the acid rain. I'd like to find you one of a decent quality. You're not getting a decent quality here. You can have a bad quality, because that's what they've got for us. Okay. Alright, so we're done with what we can do here. This one doesn't have, like, an inn tavern, whatever you want to say. So we're done here. So we're moving now towards the throne of the crab. Because that'll take us closer to home. We might be able to get lucky and scoop ourselves up another person to work at the home base. If not, we'll be able to buy a bunch more fish. We're making good money doing this. Like, each time we've done an outing, we've been coming back with like 70-something thousand cats. Which is certainly nothing to be ashamed of. And then each time I've been picking up one more crab or recruit or so for the army. I also don't understand why Rual went an entirely different direction than everyone, but sometimes people just want to be different. Is that it down there? I think that is. Oh no, that's actually the armory. It just had weird stuff loaded. We've actually already ransacked that place. It's still saying there's a bunch of residents there, but that's because when we opened the door, they kind of scattered in all directions. We killed the ones we saw, but I don't know where they all went. I'm not worried about it. It's not a location that if we wipe it out, suddenly that area of the map won't have more enemies. I am curious by killing the Iron Spider factory if now we don't have Iron Spiders in that one area. Alright, we're having problems with pathing. Charo's been had? Cool. It is good to stay hygienic. Alright. Alright, so will any of the crabs be able to run in here? Because we've had a lot of problems where a lot of our crabs are just like, no, we're not doing it. That's fine. I can work with that. That's enough of them. Okay, so... Why are you under attack? Oh, you don't want to do that. Lone Vagrant, you don't want to do that, friend. You have, as they said, done goofed. Yeah. Man just wanted to put some food. Still. There's time that makes sense, and then there's times it's like, you know what? Maybe best just leave it alone. Alright, so let's have Rual run ahead, go in the store, check it out. Unfortunately, these other businesses are going to close soon, so there's a good chance I won't have enough time to buy their food up. Okay. Curious I can't talk to that guy. Huh. There is a skeleton drifter there, but I can't dialogue them for whatever reason. Alright. So. You were out of trading range. Okay, next contestant. You were out of trading range. There you go. Where's the little fish? Cool. Can anyone else talk to them? No. Weird. Well, I'd hoped to be able to talk to them to get more stuff sorted, but that's alright. Alright, don't know if they're about to close or not. That's the reason they keep quick saving, because if you're indoors while they close, sometimes it gets super mad as if you broke in. It's pretty annoying when it happens. Rhetorical's good. It's fine. I don't actually... It doesn't really matter which crab actually gets it, as long as we get food. Rusty chainmail, we already know. We already know both of those. Crab shoes we already know. Crab trousers we already know. Crab armor we already know. Crab helmet we already know, so we're good there. And they're all crap quality helmets here too. So I'm just basically buying up all the food we can. It's not particularly expensive. And it'll be good to just have a surplus of food so I don't have a problem with that later, because I'm giving every single one of them a bag, which is probably a mistake because it slows down their combat speed. Not a lot, but enough to be something to consider. Alright. Okay, so we bought all of the fish in town. Alright, so the Empire's sending another attack towards our town. I don't think I'll be able to make it to the town for this group to contribute. Please don't tell me you can't walk out. You're just standing here anyways because you can't do anything right now, so let's go ahead and jobs. Okay. Pick up Longclaw. Pick up you. Pick up you. What have you wanted, fish? That's too bad. It's all mine. I bought it all. Oh, right. You can't pick stuff up till you get your arm replaced. I was like, where's Lardine? Yes, we're definitely not getting there in time to join the fight, with me having to micro picking up all the crabs and carrying them out. Which is something to know when it comes to me building my base, that we might run into these kind of problems with that, because there isn't like a bigger gate or something like that. Alright, put them all down. Do that. Alright. So go to the coast. Why are you not moving? There you go. Go to the coast. Because then we gotta start swimming. Alright. Because there's home over there in the distance. Alright, and we can go hop over to Sad Neil's group. Okay. But once like the group over here arrives, this group will be able to help with a lot of the stuff. They've got in their inventory. Oh, I did sell the swords. It's fine. I'll toss those over to Rhetorical for the time being. I didn't check. Yours is 1.31 damage. None of these are even close. What's yours at? 0.93. And what's these at? You have one here that's 0.99. There we go. I don't really know where that sword went. There you go. Alright. We got a minor upgrade. In this particular case, it's going to be close. That we might arrive in time to actually do this fight. How long would it take to be able to the Empire to get through like 14 gates at a single base? Not as long as you'd want it to take, but it would take a decent while. The problem is you'd have the obstruction of all the walls to make it so you couldn't reasonably set up kill boxes to do that. One of the things that Kenshi doesn't do well is if I have a wall, like making a separate section, like making an airlock is kind of a complicated thing. You could do it, but like getting walls to join in weird angles doesn't work well. So it is one of those things that trying to make a series of like 14 gates that you'd have any ability to shoot at from any point would be not easy. Not that it potentially couldn't be done. The other thing you'd run into is there's not many places on the map where you can find that much open real estate that isn't just kind of a mess. I am going to have this group just continue to push with the intent of just trying to roll in and just see how much we can manage to fight the Empire on this one. Because we're way stronger than we were before. The downside is the Empire has really good armor, and they're going to have higher stats than we are. But it should be a fight that we actually gain some stats from now versus just getting walked over. And Sad Neil can just tuck back there, and as long as no one takes, like, catastrophic injury, he can just patch up everyone after the fight's over. Yeah, it's a pretty decent force. So they definitely have numbers and strength behind them. And then we also have the disadvantage of the type of damage our crabs do doesn't get through their armor particularly well, versus their attacks actually do pretty decently against my crabs. All right. So we're running into our only building. So my hope here is that we can potentially get some line of sight that very last Lardine can put that weapon to use. Don't all go for the food. Can I tell you to hold position when you stay even if you're hungry? No, you will not. Okay, good. Someone's coming to attack us. Interestingly enough, everyone else is just spectating. I don't know why. Do something. Alright, fine. I'll take manual control. Everyone get him. Oh, right. Very last Lardine wouldn't be able to shoot him anyways because he's missing an arm. Who's nearby you? Captain Brody. There's that over to you, so I don't have to worry about getting shot. And your armor's all worthless, so you can keep it. Just having everyone eat real fast. So they stop, bring up a fight about it. Oh, you're just gonna stand back and shoot me? Nah, that's not the move, friend. It's taking away their weapons. We've actually got some, like, decent armor and all that so far as stats go. But it qualifies as a uniform, so if I go into territory they're not liked, I get in a fight for it. Okay, so it's time to kick this off in a really bad way. So we got everyone out here, and we're gonna have Rual open this door and aggro everyone and run away as fast as he can. There it goes. The beehive has been poked. And like I said, I'm not expecting to win this fight. Their armor is really good, so we're only doing like... actually, some of those hits are doing like 30-something, so maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Still, they outnumber us crabs can't dodge or do anything meaningful to mitigate damage, they just take it to the face. So it's just a matter of who can just raw damage the other one faster. And I suspect that goes in their favor, not mine. For now. But it does feel worth it to start putting the effort in trying to defend now that we're getting a little bit stronger and able to at least make it more of a reasonable matchup. Because that's just how we'll get stronger. How much damage are we doing? Let's check with the random ones. You're not taking hardly any damage. Lovely. How about you? Nope, pretty much fine. You're pretty beat up. We got some of them that are actually fairly beat up, but then we got a whole bunch of them that are not really roughed up. We did down a few, which is good news. I do think they're ultimately gonna win because they still just have more people up than I do. Poor Rual's trying their best, but, you know, is just outstatted. Okay, so they're leaving. Oh, there's more of them still inside, too. Let's check. How's everyone doing? Is anyone in any active danger? The Lithia will definitely need to be patched up. Bubs will need to be patched up. Conrad will need to be patched up. Jaywalker will need to be patched up. So we got some that have pretty bad bleeds on them. Not many that are like immediately like, oh, they're gonna die any second. I'd kind of like you to stop getting up one at a time. It's really good for your toughness, sure. But also, it means no one's getting the medical aid they need. Because you're effectively just resetting them again and again.
Thank you Kalaria Star for subscribing for 24 months. Rules love, rules love, rules love.
Thank you, Kalaria Star, for the tier 1 sub. That's 24 months, 2 heckin' years you've been supporting the channel. Thanks so much for that continued support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. I really do appreciate it. So thank you for that continued support. Alright, so Bubs is getting pretty roughed up. Longclaw's going to be in danger. Conright's really roughed up. Sentient Cookie's pretty roughed up. Jaywalker is actively in real danger. Captain Brody is in real danger. I need them to stop standing up and getting knocked down one by one. They're actively making this problem way more dangerous for me. Alright, Sad Neil. Get to work. You got lives to save. Stop getting up. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I need you to stop. Sad Neil needs to be over here now. Go to where Rual is. Rual has most of the first aid. Alright, so... Look, I'm trying to move stuff around. Trade. Alright. So just give Sad Neil a bunch of the little bandages. Gonna medic? Please medic the many likely to die people. Why are you not medicing? I left you plenty first aid. Oh, you're set on hold. Right, I see. That's fair. Alright, so no one's died yet. We got some people who are pretty badly. Senji Cookie is in very big danger of death. So hopefully someone's getting to Senji Cookie real fast. There we go. Senji Cookie will be fine. Your dog knocked your phone into the tub, and now the speaker isn't working because of water. Hopefully this isn't permanent. I hope not. Hey, She-Wolf, how's it going? Okay, so we did ultimately lose that battle, but like I said, that was not particularly unexpected. I kind of went into that expecting to lose a battle. The fact that it got close there for a little bit honestly impressed me a bit. Okay. Who has the books? It's not the right box. Here, actually. You follow me as close to the door as you're willing to get. Right, I have to inventory it. Okay. So let's look through people's inventory. All the research stuff, just start chucking it in here. So it's alright to rock and roll. You can drop all this stuff in here too. You'll have to research that before I'm allowed to farm it. I have so many of the thieving, or the tools. There's what we need. All those books. You don't think we have any rice, but you're pretty sure we use the lack of it for dinner today? Can check though. What? Sorry, I'm confused. Alright, so research. Tech level 3. Cool. But wait for a minute for that. What are you working on, Sad Neil, that you're standing around? Should you not be researching? Oh, I turned off your jobs. Okay, so they are researching, so get all that while everyone else is still standing up. Which is going to take a minute. Let's get all of you to tuck over here real fast. A lot of this just needs to be sold. You can move all that to your backpack. Got a bunch of weapons to get rid of. That won't be here. We can arrange your inventory and yours. We got a whole bunch of people who have food. But the plan basically is going to be to get that set up and go from there. You don't have a cat, but you have a cat litter. But you have cat litter? Okay. Alright, so it won't be too long before the game switch. I don't know what we're going to be switching to. But the good news is we're getting to tech level 3. We've got tons of book to get the research going. I got a bunch of plants. Not enough to build the farms, but we should have enough to get some research started, because you have to research the type of thing you're going to grow before you can actually grow it. It's a whole process. So I'll have to deal with all that. And we got all that stuff. Oh, in the meantime, we could have Lardine run over here. Congratulations on your brand new arm. Which at least doesn't have any penalties for you using your ranged weapon. So you're back to being fully limbed. I don't get why you keep running over there. Oh, it's because the crabs are aging up, and as they age up, it detects that they're not quite full health, and it goes to bandage them up, and a second later it fixes itself. Alright, so once we unlock tech level 3, that should let me queue up a ton of stuff to burn up all these books to get them out of the inventory. Oh, would you like to play Pacific Drive? I do figure I'll be playing it at some time, yeah. It looks like a good game. I definitely intend to play it. I don't own it yet, but that's kind of been the thing. We've been caught up with enough games that I haven't felt motivated to buy another game because I've already got enough to knock out. But Pacific Drive looks really good. I fully expect that's one I'm going to be playing. I just wasn't fortunate enough to get a hold of a key, so it's one I got to purchase. Alright, so we got the tech level 3 knocked out. So I can go here real fast. And so I need to upgrade the research bench, which is the thing I got to worry about. We can make crossbow bolts. We'll definitely want that to happen. We have the weapon smithing and all that. The smithing of armor. We'll have to do that. We have desert cooking and baking. We'll put those on the list because that's definitely going to happen. And advanced cooking. Farming-wise. We have the drying racks and all that. We can do the rye farming. The agave farming, apparently. We can do that. Trapping is curious. I have no idea how the wind is. I will choose wind generation theory. You'll want the makeshift walls. And that cleared up enough inventory that now I should be able to go here. And go to our various inventories down here. We're fighting something that I've overlooked. We'll deal with that in a moment. Hopefully stuff's close enough that we can dump the rest of the books over. Because we grabbed tons of these things. Okay, who's fighting what down here? Oh, there's a samurai conscript. I'm not gonna worry about it. You keep your stuff. Alright. So before we get too far, let's hit upgrade on there. And Sad Neil should be able to knock that out real fast. Okay. And what I can do... That's a very distinct separation there. Let's actually worry about where the defensive walls are going to be before I start placing the farms. So I know where I, like, how far out I can put the walls. Then we can just wedge the farms in wherever we can fit them. And that'll be our food supply for the long term. Our crabs got pretty roughed up in that fight, which is not at all surprising. Okay, so let me go ahead, and in the meantime, I'm going to get the poll started. For those who don't know on the channel, about halfway through stream, I do have a vote to see what game we're playing next. That way people can weigh in on what they want to see. So what are we playing now? Because we'll be wrapping up with Kenshi soon. We can do RimWorld, Farming Simulator 22, Expeditions. We'll put on the list. I will put... Was it Garden Life? Garden Life, which is a chill. It's like a botanical garden got absolutely like wrecked and left in disrepair, and so it's kind of like farming simulator type thing meets, but like less industrialized. Like farming simulator kind of meets like, you know, a house flipper style game where you have to like patch up your worn out place. And I will put the tribe must survive on the list. So we'll have a list of games that people have been asking for a while. Okay, so that is the queue started. For those who do not see the poll, refresh your browsers. And for the record, this is on Twitch only. I do apologize to YouTube and TikTok. I can't do it on all three platforms at the same time, and Twitch is my main platform. So if you want to participate in the poll, you got to come over to Twitch. Not trying to bully, sort of trying to bully. If we do RimWorld, we're going to be continuing our whole tile challenge. If we do Farming Simulator 22, we'll be continuing our Survivor Man challenge, where we start with $0, a chainsaw, and a dream, and have built up from there. We're getting ready to get our brand new harvester. I think we're sitting at like 240 or 200 something $1,000 that we're really close to getting our harvester. Expeditions is the new Mud Runner game, so if people who like Snow Runner and that, it's kind of that, but more exploration and less hauling stuff. Garden Sim is another simulation style game that, like I said, it's growing plants, building the thing up. I haven't played it before. It looks good. It describes itself as a cozy simulator. So I'm not expecting to be a very like sweaty, try-hard thing. I'm expecting to be in the lines of like Hotel Renovator and those style of games, which we have very much enjoyed in the past in the channel. But instead of building a building, you're building what, like I said, it's kind of like a botanical garden. And then we have the Tribe Must Survive, which is another settlement builder, which would be starting a new run, because it's kind of one of those things. A run probably takes you 6 or so hours or something like that, 5-6 hours per run or whatever. And it's different, as it's sort of like it's got an aesthetic that reminds you of Don't Starve, but it also has kind of Frostpunk-esque mechanics where you have like you go out and you make decisions and how they turn out. But then you also have like at night, your people need to be in the light, otherwise it demoralizes them, or even worse, if you're like in darkness, they just get yoinked in the night and disappear, and then all your people get really upset about it. But all those games are good games. I mean, I can't speak for Garden Life. I haven't played it yet, but it's been on the queue to play. As a reminder, we do keep a poll on the Discord, so if you're wondering why I came up with these selections here, it's mostly the poll on the Discord is kind of the big reason why the selection is what it is. If you ever go and say, I don't like the game you've switched to, and you didn't vote for it, that's a you problem. Because if you abstain from voting and you don't like the results of the vote, that is because you have personally and individually decided you want to opt into that decision by not opting into any decision. Like, you don't use your voice, you don't get to have a voice at the table. It's kind of the way it works. But yeah. So that said, I do intend to some point do Nightingale, Enshrouded, or Pacific Drive, because all of those look good. And we've been like, the hesitation that's kept me from doing it is because Kenshi and RimWorld are already very long form games, as is what we're doing in Farming Simulator. And it's just 3 is already a lot to be juggling, which is why I've been playing them. I'm kind of trying to have one of them wrap up so I can kind of scooch it out of the way. And so it's kind of one of those things that I don't want to, like, grab the next game that's going to be a whole thing. Oh, or RimWorld's on the vote, so pretty much always will win if there is. No use voting against it most time. No, we had Farm Sim won yesterday, JD. Which, yeah, I know I called it out, but Farm Sim won yesterday. But that's okay, because we'll just finish this run and we'll never play RimWorld again. No, I'm teasing. I honestly, like, I'm not trying to doom the run or whatever, but very genuinely, I am trying. Like, I want one of the games together. Oh, and how many votes though? It doesn't matter. It won. See, that's the beauty of how voting works. Is it doesn't matter if you won by 1,000 or 1 votes. The results are the same. You won. That's just how it is. Garden Life is right behind RimWorld right now. It's only 3 votes behind. So if you abstain from voting, you can make RimWorld not happen if you're just not looking for RimWorld. But no, and I get it. It's one of those things I've mentioned a couple of times that I get self-conscious when a game is being played a lot on the channel about worrying about that I'm building an audience that's only into that game. And a lot of it's unfounded. It's just because I had one issue in the past with Project Zomboid being a problem that it always makes me paranoid. You just murdered a spider? It was harrowing? Why did you murder a spider? They protect your homes from bugs. I totally understand people being afraid, uncomfortable, whatever, But spiders are friends, not food. Yeah, it's only a three vote difference. Alright, so it does seem like RimWorld has run. But like I said, that is one of those things that when RimWorld's run comes to an end, we'll probably take a RimWorld break. Like a proper break, so we can get other stuff in here. But, have a good one. Ciao. Is that because RimWorld run won? I mean, I get it. But, like, if it's just RimWorld is that much of a put, like, you don't need to let anyone know. It's fine. Alright, so with that said, what's going to end up happening, if you're over on YouTube and TikTok, the stream is going to abruptly end on you because there's no such thing as, like, you know, switching categories over in a meaningful way, which does mean I have to end those streams just to make that happen. So that is going to happen, so don't forget to like and subscribe on those respective platforms. And I will see you in a couple minutes when we restart the stream on a new category. So, TikTok